of the World Cup. It's an exciting milestone. On Friday, at the final draw, we'll find out which teams will be placed into groups, including groups E, F, and J. Kansas City will host matches in those groups, and then on Saturday, we'll find out the match pairings and schedules. So we'll know who's going to be playing in the group stage here at Arrowhead. So very exciting week ahead. And today, we're really proud and excited to share details of our transportation plan. The transportation plan is really reflective of a region that's been working together to put our best foot forward for visitors and for residents to represent the heartland of the world. Good news is that we are ahead of schedule. We're in fact leading the way in many ways, thanks to early and ongoing support at the local level, at the county level, at the state level. So it really is a collaboration. That support has really allowed us to be the first to market to these buses earlier this year. We used 200 buses. We've since increased that to 215. And because of that early action, we not only recognize savings in terms of market conditions, but we're able to take time to make sure that we're maximizing that fleet, not only for event support and service, but beyond the requirements to connect the World Cup opportunity to the broader region. So I also want to thank our host city supporters. You see them listed behind me: Populous, Purina, Black and Veatch, University of Kansas Health System, and J.E. Dunn. It is really a reflection of a great public-private partnership that has allowed us to produce these plans. So today we are announcing Connect KC2026. The plan is a group effort really led by our Chief Operating Officer, Lindsay Douglas, who is to my left over here, and our Director of Transportation, Jason Sims, as well as the Transportation Working Group, which includes all of the regional transit partners, jurisdictions, subject matter experts from around the region. They've been working for more than 18 months. And when I tell you that a lot of time and thought and effort has gone into this, it's really an understatement. So, Connect KC26 is really 3 services. The first is Airport Direct. That will connect Kansas City Airport to downtown. Those routes will run every 15 minutes, so a direct service for visitors. The second is Region Direct. So Region Direct is every day from 2 days before our first match in Kansas City to 2 days after, and it is 15 direct routes from points across the region to FanFest. So those will run 15 to 20 minutes. Again, a direct route. There's some great stories that we'll share in a few minutes. It really not only facilitates visitor movement to and from FanFest, so not just getting them to FanFest and those official events, but also getting them from the city center to all parts of the region so they can see great places like Lenexa City Center, like Independence, like the Northland. This is a good moment to pause and thank Lenexa and Mayor Julie Sayers for hosting us today. Every time I come out here, I'm amazed at what is happening and how great the community is out here and the number of things to do. And I know they have lots of great things planned for the World Cup. So in addition to Airport Direct and Region Direct, there's Stadium Direct. So those first 2 services will be every day. Stadium Direct will be only on match days and only for match ticket holders. And it will run from 4 park and ride locations plus FanFest direct to the stadium. So you'll park, you'll get on a bus, you'll go to the stadium, and then those buses will return you to where you parked or to FanFest. Again, it's for match ticket holders only. It's really important because there are no public transit options to Arrowhead today, so that's a required service that we need to provide. So excited to announce that service as well. But the 4 parking ride sites in addition to FanFest are Highway 40, Independence Center, North Kansas City, and Oak Park Mall. So Connect KC26 services complement our existing mobility options, creating a direct layered system that makes exploring the city and reaching the heart of the action simple, easy, and enjoyable. This morning, we're very honored and pleased to have Tanya Mahan, the Senior Director, Senior Transport Integration Manager for FIFA, joining us. Tanya has been planning with our team for more than 18 months. She's been with us every step of the way. It is a very busy week for FIFA, as you might imagine, with the final draw, so really grateful that she's able to join us and say a few words. Welcome, Tanya.
Good morning, everyone. It is a pleasure to be here in snowy Kansas City And it really is one of the few host cities so far to develop a regional transportation system for the World Cup. The World Cup presents an opportunity for every host city to deliver beyond the matches. Next summer, we're expecting more than 6 million visitors in the United States alone. 5 billion across the globe will watch matches around the world. So it's a significant volume. Connect KC is one way that we can capitalize on the opportunity of the World Cup, and Kansas City is doing a great job. Kansas City has taken our foundational transportation requirements and used them as a starting point, not a limit. My role is to help all 16 host cities achieve both a seamless and a safe mobility experience throughout the tournament. I've referred other host cities to Kansas City and their planning team as an example of how to successfully engage their external and regional partners. Kansas City's efforts will not only benefit visitors, it's also designed to minimize disruption for our existing residents, while maximizing the economic and cultural opportunities across the region for everyone. To date, Kansas City is one of the first and in the forefront of the 16 host cities to provide a dedicated and integrated transportation service that extends beyond match days. The commitment really transforms mobility from just a logistical necessity into an economic and fan engagement tool that really helps spread the impact and its benefits throughout the Kansas City and the Missouri side of the region. Kansas City may be one of those smaller host cities, but I can tell you that Kansas City is absolutely a leader in the FIFA World Cup transportation planning. Thank you.
Thank you, Tanya. Again, I know you're so busy, so we appreciate you taking time to be here and off to the final draw, I'm sure. Tanya mentioned this, but our plan is really built on those three core tenets. The first is to deliver the tournament requirements. The second is to minimize disruption to daily life in Kansas City. Our transit partners do a great job of moving people around the city to work, to the grocery store, to entertainment. So we want to make sure that we're minimizing disruption there. And the third is really to create sustained and long-term economic impact across the region. So we've been really about spreading that economic impact, making sure that we are connecting visitors to both sides of the state line, to all parts of the region, and making it safe and seamless. Today, if you take public transit from Lenexa City Center to FanFest, it takes you about an hour and 40 minutes. Using our service during the World Cup, it will take you about 30 minutes, so more than cutting it in half. And the service will occur on motor coach buses, much like the one you see outside, and Jason will be available to give you a tour of that after the remarks. But it's a reflection of that regional collaboration. I'm thrilled to have many of our partners here today. I'd like to invite Mayor Quentin Lucas and the Johnson County Board of Commission Chairman Mike Kelly up to take a few questions with me about the KC2026 service and the impact we'll have on Kansas City and the surrounding region during the World Cup. So Mayor Lucas, Chairman Kelly, join me, and I think we're ready for questions.
Fire away, I believe.
Here we go.
Yeah, good to see you, sir.
See you, bud.
Absolutely. I'll take a first stab. And first of all, I think Pam described it very well in terms of their three goals, one of which includes making sure that we work well with our transit partners that exist in Kansas City all throughout this region. So we will make sure that we work with them. Trying not to have an impact on existing service is a key part of what this whole effort is, making sure that this is a supplement. And so what that means is the jurisdictions that work with KCATA will continue to do so. We have regular conversations about both their funding for this existing fiscal year as well as the next one when the World Cup will be played. I see those as parallel but very distinct and different conversations. We expect that we will have a strong KCATA, KC Streetcar, Johnson County Transit, so many others, in addition to making sure that we can facilitate this World Cup travel that we'll have. And I want to make sure I stay targeted to KC2026, but to the question, which is germane to this discussion, our chats are ongoing between city administration and KCATA, and of course all of our regional partners. I expect we'll have more to share in the short term, probably before the end of the year, about funding remaining through this fiscal year, which ends April 30th, and then certainly thereafter for next year's budget. But that will be a broader discussion with our regional board at KCATA as well.
One of the things I'm so proud of about the KC 2026 team, really from the time of the bid, was that this was a united bid of 2 states, of an entire region coming together, not only to rise on the world stage, kind of show off the Kansas City magic that we all know and love, but to also leave a lasting legacy that would hopefully carry us beyond the games into more opportunities in the future. We realized that one of the things that would allow us that opportunity for growth was intentionality when it comes to transit. And I am so proud of how we have stepped up to even go beyond the requirements of FIFA with our Region Direct service. 15 sites, an opportunity to go to City Center, to FanFest, is an enhancement on an existing transit system that I think will be catalytic for our region. This on top of other pilot programs like the airport services from Johnson County here at Lenexa City Center, at the Overland Park Convention Center, opportunities for people who may otherwise not utilize public transit to experience it in a new way, to see that it can be convenient, to see that it can be timely, and to hopefully utilize this as a launching point for great public transit where people want to go into the future.
How much will individual fares cost to ride these services?
So we are working on that now with our transit partners. We want to make the experience as seamless as we can for visitors and for residents. So stay tuned for more information on the final draw. Also inform, answers to questions like, what should we expect? How many people? So it may be a steady stream. It may be some matches have larger crowds than others. So I think as we get more information, we'll fine tune those plans, but stay tuned for more information about fares.
There will be fares.
Yes, there will be fares on the KC Connect KC26.
One of the things that we wanted to be intentional about was making sure that these transportation services lasted beyond just match days. So the opportunity with Region Direct to get out into different areas of the community is just that, intentional, making sure that the economic benefits of this tournament go well beyond just City Center, but to the entire region. And to that, we appreciate the partnership with the state of Kansas and state of Missouri allowing this to happen in a dynamic fashion. A circulator route is being stood up by Johnson County Transit specifically for some of the areas that you discussed, Olathe, Overland Park, Lenexa, and more to come on the specific routes there once we are past the final draw and we have a better idea of who's coming to the metro region. We look forward to showing how that will supplement what's already being supplemented on our transit system through Connect KC2026.
Yeah, as Chairman Kelly said, this is a great opportunity for us to introduce transit to people who may not have used it before. And we believe that, and we did some research prior to starting these efforts, and said they would be willing to transit transit, right? They would be willing to use it in particular to get to entertainment if it made things easier for them, if it was convenient. So we've kept that in mind. We think there's a real opportunity. We want locals to stay here. They will make the experience authentically Kansas City, and we want them to embrace this as a staycation, right? To use the system to get around and to enjoy all that will be happening. Well, I think we feel really good about having 215 right now, particularly given that the market is changing. I think the final draw, again, will inform that. We'll evaluate again after the final draw. We'll look at that match schedule. We'll make sure that we have enough capacity to meet the demand.
You know, one thing that I wanted to note, and first of all, thank you, Mayor Sayers, for having me in Lenexa. Every time I come here, I am incredibly impressed. Been here with my children for the Aquatic Center a lot more, and I encourage more people in the region to take advantage of all the amenities we have around the Kansas City Metro. Somewhat on that point, but to the lady's question before, I would actually look at the positive of what we're connecting, as Chairman Kelly noted. I hear a lot of comments occasionally from areas of our region that do feel left out. We will have strong connections from Liberty, for example, into downtown, opportunities to get to the stadium, opportunities to really circulate around the region on public transportation. We are connecting areas that I don't think we've always done a good job of, and frankly, we're letting people see good nodes of activity all throughout the region. I think this is something that can be transformative for Kansas City, not only in saying we're a region working together, but really exposing to different parts of the region. So we absolutely, yes, encourage people to hop on board, to ride along, to see another part of the region. And we want everyone to know that KC2026, while it's something about the world, it's really about this region in Missouri and Kansas. And so I think that is a big part of what we're doing. And part of being here today, part of us working together so much, is to note that we can collaborate on lots of things that make this region stronger long term. I love Kansas City a ton. I was born there, raised there, have lived there, continue to. That being said, we would not have this World Cup today without contributions from people from all around this region, all around Missouri and Kansas. This is truly a collaborative bi-state bid. I think that's in many ways why you see FIFA consistently say how strong Pam and her team have been, how strong our regional collaboration is. And I hope coming out of this that we don't just see the positivity of enhanced transit connections, which is a really big deal, or more people coming to places like Lenexa City Center, Independence Center, Liberty, and beyond, but also that we see that we can do this and do this very well on important issues for one-time events and fortunately long-term in how we build our region. So couldn't be any happier about it because not only am I a child of Kansas City, I'm a child of this region, and I think we're building a good opportunity for everyone.
At least in Johnson County, and I believe in the KCATA, we won't be inhibiting existing service. This is an enhancement to existing service, one that I think is going to allow us, to Mayor Lucas's point, to experience different parts of our region that we may unintentionally just overlook on a day-to-day basis. To Mayor's point, I love Kansas City, but I love Lenexa. I love Overland Park and Olathe and Liberty. And the magic of the Kansas City region is our people and the diversity of opportunity that exists here, that we get an opportunity now to step back and be tourists in our own backyard and realize all of the great things that we've built together as a region. It's why Kansas City is a region on the rise and why this is our moment in the international spotlight, and from this can unlock opportunities that we may have not even dreamed of 20 or 30 years ago. And so I'm so happy that we've taken this opportunity intentionally. To credit Pam and Lindsay and Jason Sims and the entire team, we are the first region to secure buses. Johnson County also secured buses, and because of that, we are saving millions of dollars that otherwise we would need to secure the buses now. And so some foresight and intentionality by this team is going to allow us to really put our best foot forward, and I'm excited what's to come in just 190 days.
are fortunate to have support from the city, from Johnson County, from both states. Transportation's about 30% of our overall budget. Final cost TBD, but it is the millions of dollars. I think you see the quality of the product outside, not only the transportation nuts and bolts, if you will, but the communication around this, which is, in my view, equally as important as how we get people there. It's making sure people understand how to use it, what it will be like, where to go, what time it's going to arrive, all of those things. So it's a massive effort. I want to thank all of our partners in the room today, because I hope that the message that you're getting is that while our team may be at the center of this, this is a regional, huge effort. Tom from the streetcar is here. I saw Chuck from ATA here. They've been terrific partners to us. So really looking forward to continuing the work and welcoming the world in just 190 days. So with that, I think Jason is going to lead the way. I'll let Haley give it.
Thank you, Mayor Lucas, Chairman Kelly, and of course Pam. So yes, we have a warm motor coach waiting for you outside for those of you who want to go inside and take a look and get an idea of what the visitor experience is going to be. You are welcome to go out. It is spacious, but we would ask you to go out in groups of maybe about 5 or 6 and then rotate in, and we will allow our media partners to have a first crack at it. Thank you all for being here.